In this video lesson, we will learn about some of the properties of logarithms. So, if you remember, if you learned about exponents, there are several properties of exponents. So let me remind you of those first, because these will be very similar. So an example of an exponent property would be, say, 2 to the 3 times 2 to the 4 equals 2 to the 3 plus 4. Multiplying exponents together is the same as adding the actual powers you're taking to. 3 to the 8th over 3 to the 2nd is equal to 3 to the 8 minus 2. Division's the opposite. You subtract. You had a power 8 and you divided with the power 2 of 3 and you get 3 to the 8 minus 2. Finally, if we have a power of a power, an exponent inside of an exponent, then we multiply those two exponents. So we have multiplication associated with addition, division with subtraction, and taking an extra power with multiplication. These actually all translate to properties of logarithms, because remember, the logarithms and the exponential function are very similar. They're related. So for example, let's look at log base 2 of 2 plus log base 2 of 8. This is actually equal to log base 2 of 2 times 8. So adding together two logarithms is the same as taking the log of the product of the insides. In this case, we can actually really easily check this. Log base 2 of 2 is just equal to 1. Log base 2 of 8 is equal to 3, because 2 to the 1 is 2, and 2 to the 3 is 8. On the other hand, log base 2 of 2 times 8 is 16, is equal to 4, because it's 2 to the 4th is equal to 16. And of course, 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. That's very obviously true. So this property works for any logs, not just ones that you can easily calculate. For example, let's take log base 10 of 5 plus log base 10 of 2. What is it equal to? It's actually equal to log base 10 of 5 times 2. It's equal to log base 10 of 10. And that's just equal to 1. Well, if you couldn't calculate on your own in your head log base 10 of 5 individually or log base 10 of 2 individually, calculating their sum is very easy. It's just 1. Let's take log base 7 of 14 plus log base 7 of 3. Well, we get 3 times 14 is 42. So the sum of these logs is the same as log base 7 of 42. Alright, now the new property, log base 3 of 16 minus log base 3 of 2. Now remember the analogy? We had addition and multiplication grouped together, and subtraction was grouped with division. So when you subtract two logarithms, you actually just divide the insides. So we had log of 16 minus log of 2, so we get log base 3 of 16 over 2, which is log base 3 of 8. It makes sense because subtraction is the opposite of addition, and division is the opposite of multiplication. Let's take a look at another example. This one will make use of both of these properties. So ln of 7 plus ln of 9 minus ln of 3. Well, we're adding in 7s and 9s, and we're subtracting the 3, so it's ln of 7 times 9 over 3. And that just simplifies to natural log of 21. Alright. Let's keep going. For the next example, we're actually going to learn about the next property of logs. This is similar to the last property of the exponents that we learned. So let's say we have 5 log base 3 of 7. This is actually the same as log base 3 of 7 to the 5th. So the same sort of multiplication, but we're multiplying the log, and we can put whatever we multiplied the log by inside of the log as a power. This one's harder to see where it comes from, but it's very useful at times, so you should just remember it. So now we're just going to take a look at a few examples that can be simplified using these various rules. Well, a very simple example would be log base 3 of 27. Since 27 is 3 cubed, we can look at it as 3 times log base 3 of 3. Well, log base 3 of 3 is obviously just 1, so it's 3 times 1 is equal to 3. Of course, you could calculate this right away just by knowing that's 3 cubed, but it tells you that this rule with the exponents and the multiplying by a constant do work. Or let's say we have log base 5 of 49. Since that's log base 5 of 7 squared, that's 2 log base 5 of 7. Not as useful as in the above example, but it still does help us simplify expressions. So let's say we have 2 log base 5 of 2 plus log base 5 of 6 minus log base 5 of 8. What would this simplify to if we moved everything under one logarithm? Well, first of all, since we have 2 log base 5 of 2, we can put the 2 inside by squaring the 2 that's already inside. Next, we're adding in a 6, so we're multiplying on the inside by 6, and we're subtracting the log of 8, so we divide by 8. So now we just have to simplify this. And that's log base 5 of 24 over 8, which is just log base 5 of 3. So instead of calculating 3 logarithms and then adding and subtracting them, you just calculated 1. But anyway, thank you for watching this video lesson, and I hope it helped.